promoting a private label credit card, that is your store credit card, every sales associate will eventually have a situation in which a customer's credit application is turned down. Now, by the time you get to the point where a customer is turned down, you have already invested valuable time with that customer. You have used all of your skills to convince them to buy your product. This is a critical moment when you have the most at stake. This is your customer. You need to use the proper techniques in discussing the credit turndown so that you can close most of these sales with an alternative method of payment.
Mr. Broadhurst, let me help. Let me be the customer. Please, can I?
Oh, so you want to be the customer, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I see here by this application, Mr. Lewis, that you want to buy a $500 Framajam.
Well, as far as Framajams go, it's a good buy.
Yeah, goodbye $500. Your credit application was rejected. If we were to be so stupid as to give you one of our very fine store credit cards, Mr. Deadbeat Lewis of 545 Susquehanna Avenue, we'd never see our money again, would we? No, it's bad credit risks like you who are responsible for higher interest rates, the inflation, the national debt, the monetary crisis.
Just a minute. Hold your horses. That can't be the way to turn someone down.
Of course it isn't. Show's over, folks. You know, you'll never close a deal by embarrassing a customer. Let's take a look at how our sales associate handles the credit turned down properly.
Mrs. Jones, I'm sorry, but I was unable to get your account approved today. Now, I know you really wanted the system today, so is there an alternative method of payment that we could possibly use?
What's the problem? I've never been turned down for credit before.
I don't have that information available to me, and due to the confidential nature of the information, a complete explanation as to why will be sent to you in writing within 10 days.
10 days? Give me the number to your credit office. I want this cleared up immediately.
Even if you could call the credit office, they couldn't give you the information over the phone. It has to be submitted to you in writing. If you have a minute, though, I might suggest that we review your application form to see if you might have left out some information. That could have stopped the process. If this is the case, we can simply reprocess the application. If not, we could put your purchase on a bank card.
Okay, let's take a look.
The sales associate has attempted to calm the customer down and appear sensitive to their dilemma. The associate knows that most of these customers can be saved and become long-term buyers.
I don't see anything missing, do you?
No.
Okay, then how about we put this purchase on a bank card?
I think I'll do that. I really want the system today. I just can't understand why you can't approve me for your card.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Jones. These things happen. But I know you'll enjoy the system.
Wow, that was smooth. The sales associate didn't make the customer feel bad like you did to me.
That's because the associate knows that they have the most at stake when handling a credit turndown. Now, did you notice how when the associate first told the customer about the turndown, the customer felt challenged?
Yeah, the customer acted like they felt they had to prove their creditworthiness on the spot.
When the sales associate asked if the customer wanted to use an alternative method of payment, it was like saying they were sure the problem wasn't the customer's credit status. And by reviewing the application for important information the customer may have left out, such as additional income or previous address, the associate was taking action that further lessened the customer's embarrassment. If you accept ownership of the turndown process, you will maximize your sales and income and at the same time be able to aggressively promote your store credit card.
And speaking of taking ownership, would you mind telling me exactly what a Framajam is?
Well, if you don't know, I'm certainly not going to tell you.
doing here?
What do you think you're doing?
Well, I'm trying out my brand new sound machine. What do you think?
Well, I sure hope you got payment protection for it.
Payment protection? What's that?
It's Charge Guard Plus. Let me get some information for you.
Okay. Mr. Broadhurst! Mr. Broadhurst! Mr. Broadhurst! I want my mama!
Oh, by the way, I guess I forgot to tell you we were having an electrical storm.
I guess it just slipped your mind.
Yes, well, if you had Charge Guard Plus, you'd have peace of mind.
Well, before I was so rudely interrupted, I asked you what Charge Guard Plus was, remember?
It's a voluntary credit insurance plan, and it protects credit card customers in 3 ways. First, it makes their monthly payments if they become disabled or involuntarily unemployed. Second, it replaces their merchandise if it's damaged or destroyed.
Like in an electrical storm?
Yes, like an electrical storm, or damaged, destroyed, or stolen during a forced entry burglary. And third, it pays the account in full if a customer or a spouse should die up to a maximum of $10,000.
Well, what about paying for my radio?
If you had signed up for payment protection, it would have paid for your radio.
But I've got homeowners insurance, so I don't need it.
Look, it pays out even if the customer gets money from their homeowners or renter's policy, and there is no deductible. All a customer has to do to get this protection is sign his or her name. It's that simple.
So what's the cost?
It costs less than $1 a month for each $100 of the customer's balance, and it lasts as long as there is a balance on the credit card. Sales associates should check with their managers about any exclusions. Please note that a summary of coverages is included in the application form.
Yeah, it sounds as if Charge Guard Plus would be something people would really want.
Sure, you just have to offer it. And all you need to know is the coverage and the cost. Let's take a look at how our sales associate brings up the idea of Charge Guard Plus.
Mrs. Jones, that about does it. Would you like to include payment protection on your account?
What is payment protection?
It's called Charge Guard Plus. It's a credit insurance plan that pays your monthly payments for you if you become unemployed or disabled for more than 30 days. In the case of death, it pays off your balance up to $10,000. Also, if the product is damaged or if it's stolen, it pays to have it repaired or replaced by a brand new one. Charge Guard Plus also pays regardless of any other insurance plan that you may have. There's no deductible or depreciation. There's a complete list of details and a summary of coverages in your application form.
What does it cost?
Charge Guard Plus costs less than $1 a month for every $100 of your account balance. As your balance goes down, so does your monthly charge for the account. When your balance is zero, you owe nothing.
Okay, let's do it.
Our sales associate did well here. He offered the coverage and let the customer ask questions. Let's review what happened. 1, the sales associate kept his presentation very simple. 2, he offered the coverage, explained the coverage, and stated the price. And finally, he did not push or overcomplicate his answers to simple questions. He was ready with the close. That's all you have to do. Why, it's faster than greased lightning.
Lightning? Where?
Oh, don't be silly. Haven't you heard that lightning never strikes the same place twice?
Got any more bright ideas, Mr. Broadhurst?
I'm just getting ready to show you how to process a credit application. I want you to pretend to be the customer.
Okay, so if I'm a customer, what I just buy?
Well, let's pretend you bought some expensive perfume.
Okay.
Like this here. Smell that. $72 an ounce.
Yeah, smell that.
What's that?
Ketchup, 72 cents a bottle.
All right, never mind that.
Don't get so rough.
Listen, let's go over how you process a credit application. First, you have to keep in mind there are several different systems used to process applications. Each store manager will have information on a specific system a company uses, but they all have one thing in common.
Yeah, they all reject me.
No, I mean other than that. They are all quick and easy if some basic procedures are followed. Now, to process an application quickly, you must know your branch and dealer number. And if your company has more than one location, you must know your store of sale number as well. To ensure that customers get the credit they deserve, it's important that you have them fill out the application completely.
And how do I do that? He said to advance the dialogue.
I'm glad you asked. You will need the customer to supply basic information, like the customer's name and address, making sure it isn't a post office box, the city, state, and zip code, social security number, home phone number, business phone or other contact phone numbers, the customer's employer, annual income. Then you need the applicant's signature and co-applicant signature.
Hey, I got one finger left. What about credit insurance?
The credit insurance signature is optional. The customer should be asked if they want payment protection here and given a complete explanation of Charge Guard Plus if they want. This is the best way to bring up the topic of Charge Guard Plus.
So that's a good time to offer the insurance to customers, but I stress that insurance is optional.
Right. And be sure you know what your state regulations are regarding credit insurance. Check with your manager for general outlines of exclusions to credit insurance.
Yeah, make sure you do that.
Yes. Now let's see how another sales associate handles the whole thing. Roll 'em.
Mr. Jones, I think you'll be very happy with this living room set.
I think you're right.
And I know you'll appreciate the convenience of our store credit card. I'll need to get a credit application from you. Let's go over here where you'll have some privacy in completing the credit application.
Okay.
All right, please have a seat. Now, these are the sections I need you to fill out in order to process your application.
Okay.
So take your time, fill it out, tell me when you're ready, and we'll be able to process your application right away.
Great. Thank you.
All set?
All set.
Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, looks good. I just need to see some photo ID.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you. This will take just a few minutes. Why don't you take a look around the store while I process your application?
Great. Thanks.
This is a strategic point in the application process for preventing fraud. You ask for photo ID, check the customer's picture, date of birth, address, sex, height, and signature. You can be the person that prevents fraud.
Okay, Mr. Jones, all taken care of. Your account has been approved. Your credit line is $3,500. Now, all the terms are spelled out in your agreement. Your credit card should come within 7 to 10 days. But in the meantime, if you want to buy anything, come into the store and we can easily look up your account number.
Great. Sounds good.
Remember to review the customer's application quickly to ensure that it is complete. Some of the most common areas that are missed are employer and previous address, if applicable.
And don't forget to check the customer's photo identification to help prevent fraud.
We know that it's important to process the application quickly and professionally, but there are a number of steps that must be taken. Now, oftentimes you may want to call the credit office to check on the status of an application. If you do this at any point during the credit screening process, the account representative that answers your call will have to pull the application offline. This will slow down the entire process, frustrating you, your customer, and the account representative who's trying to process the application. This process should only take a few minutes. Be patient, and you'll get the answer quickly and efficiently.
You know, they told me my credit application was rejected because I forgot to put anything under the heading matter.
Matter? What's the matter?
Nothing. What's the matter with you?
Oh, go away. There you are. I've been looking for you for ages.
It's not my fault, Mr. Broadhurst. I called in an account number looking for the open to buy.
Come on, it doesn't take that long.
It just feels like this when I got a customer waiting.
You know why, don't you?
No, why?
Thousands of times every day, one of GE Capital's representatives is called by a salesperson looking for that type of information. Now, these requests must be handled by the same representatives who are busy trying to give new application approvals and authorizations for sales.
Gee, you think that could be an easier way to handle this?
There is. It's called Automated Inquiry System, AIS.
Wait a minute, what's the IRS got to do with this?
No, not IRS, AIS, Automated Inquiry System. It's the name of the system that allows you to get account information quickly. It's fast, efficient, and allows you to quickly access their account information. You don't have to wait for an account representative to give you this information.
So how does it work?
It starts with an 800 number.
To look up an account number, press 1. To add a sale to an existing account, press 2. For account information, press 3. For additional information, press 0. Enter the customer's social security number. You have entered 234684277. If this is correct, press 1. If this is not correct, press 2. Your customer's last name is Johnson. Your customer's first name is Bill. If this is correct, press 1. If this is not correct, press 2. The account number is 055602179, and the open to buy is $1,000.
Did you notice that when you look up an account number with AIS, you automatically get the open to buy? Now, wasn't that easy?
Yeah, it sure was. The sales associate was able to access account information without contacting the business center. The customer also benefited from AIS because the sales associate was able to obtain the necessary information faster.
If sales associates would use AIS for basic credit services, such as authorizations for sales, account lookup, and credit line information, more difficult customer service problems could be solved much faster.
Now, what if I wanted to add a sale to an existing account?
It's just as easy. If you wanted to add a sale at this time, you would just follow the prompts.
Thank you for calling Credit Services. To look up an account number, press 1. To add a sale to an existing account, press 2. For account information, press 3. For additional assistance, press 0. Enter amount to the nearest dollar. The amount you entered was $500. If this is correct, press 1. The sale is approved. The approval number is 0617. Again, the approval number is 0617.
AIS will now ask closing prompts. At this time, if you have another approval to obtain, you simply press 1 again and enter the new request. You can get multiple approvals with one call. I should tell you, though, that if you enter an incorrect amount 2 times, you will be automatically transferred to an account representative.
Gee, I wish there was something that easy that customers could call when they have questions.
But customers can call AIS too, and it will answer their questions. For example, right after each billing drop, what do you think most customers want to know?
The last payment that was received.
Right. AIS does that just as quickly as obtaining the customer's account number. You will not have to call the business center to obtain this type of information. The customer can find out his or her last payment on account, the account balance, cancel a lost or stolen credit card, or find out about a particular promotion. This information is available 24 hours a day.
Now, let me see if I got this straight. If I want to obtain account numbers, open to buy amounts, and authorizations at any time, I can do it without waiting for an account representative.
That's right.
And by using AIS, I get faster service, creating satisfied customers.
And satisfied customers will return to the store to buy again and again.
My customers, they like me. They really like me.
Oh, for Pete's sake, get out of here. No.
Now listen, I'm telling you, I've paid you everything I owe you.
That's impossible.
No, it's not.
Your monthly payment has been $13 a month for the past 7 months, and you've only paid $28 total.
That's all I owe you, and I can prove it.
This I gotta see.
Okay.
Go
we'll
ahead.
Put down 7. Okay? Into 28. Now, 7 into 2, 7 will not go into 2 no matter how hard you try. You couldn't put that great big 7 into that little bit of a 2. So, we're going to put the 2 down here. Okay? Now, 7 into 8 is 1 with 1 left over. And put it down here. Okay, 7 into 21, 3 times. See? 7 into 28, 13.
Oh, no. Did you ever go to school, stupid?
Yeah, I come out the same way.
Listen, I want to see you multiply this.
Okay.
Multiply it. Go ahead.
Okay, 13 times 7.
Yes.
Okay. 7 times 3?
21.
21. 7 times 1?
7.
7. 7 and 1?
8.
8. And the 2.
Oh, no. Listen, I don't know how you did it, but you reminded me of something very important about promotions.
Oh, yeah?
The fact is, it's important for sales associates to understand exactly how promotions work. Like, what shows up on the billing statement telling customers what they owe and when. Now, if you don't understand promotions, or if you explain them wrong, they could be the reason your customer doesn't come back, even though they were intended to attract your customer to the store in the first place.
How's that?
Well, let's look at it this way. Dissatisfied customers don't come back. Dissatisfied customers who feel they've been misinformed oftentimes tell family and friends not to buy at your store. Now, I'm going to go through several different kinds of promotions. Keep in mind that not every company offers all the promotions that will be described here. Pay attention to the particular promotions that are running at the time you are making a sale.
Now, wait a second. Refresh my memory. Why are promotions such a good thing?
Well, to many people, there are a few things more satisfying than making a good deal. Not just sales and bargains, but transactions that imply that the buyer was a smart shopper. Whether you call it value added, quality, or customer service, this something extra is what keeps customers coming back. Skip payment, free period, after the fact free, and deferred billing promotions are something extra that your company offers to its store credit card customers.
Extra! Extra!
Oh, stop that. I mean that today these types of promotions are used to enhance your store credit cards. They build upon the loyalty and identification features of that card. Promotions are significant in helping you attract new cardholders and building your credit card customer base for communication purposes. In short,
That was short?
quiet. Promotions are a special added touch that make your store credit card more valuable to the credit and convenience customer.
Well, they may be convenient, but aren't there a lot of details to understand and communicate to your customer?
Well, yes, each promotion has certain things you need to know and pass along to your customer. For example, skip payment plans are often advertised as no payments until a certain date. The finance charges are assessed and added to the customer's balance during their promotion. However, No payments are due until after the promotion expires. Customers are reminded about this in the promotional summaries appearing on their billing statements. The important fact to remember here is that even though the customer doesn't have to pay until a certain date, finance charges still accrue.
Gesundheit.
No, accrue.
Gesundheit.
Oh, never mind. Let's move on to free period plans. These plans are often advertised as no finance charges until a certain date. No finance charges are assessed on qualifying purchases during the promotion. However, minimum payments are required during the promotional period. There is also a combination of the skip payment and free period plan.
Now, wait a minute. Don't tell me. Let me guess. It's called a skip-free promotion.
Right. It's often advertised as no finance charge and no payment until a certain date. There are no finance charges during the promotion and no payments due until the promotion expires. Customers are reminded of these terms by promotional summaries appearing in their billing statements.
Hey, this is fun. What else you got?
After-the-fact free promotions are often advertised as pay before a certain date and we pay finance charges. In this promotion, customers are offered the option of paying purchases in full by the date specified to avoid having to pay finance charges. However, finance charges are added to the balance each month and then waived if the customer pays the promotional purchase in full by the specified date. In some after-the-fact free promotions, minimum payments are required. Other times they are not.
Hey, let me do one, Mr. Broadhurst. Deferred billing advertisements often state, by now, you won't be billed until a certain date. Under this promotion, the merchandise purchase does not appear on the customer's billing statement until a specified time. Accordingly, no finance charges are assessed on any qualifying purchases for a specified number of billing periods, and no payments are required. However, this type of promotion does reduce the customer's available line of credit.
I know it can seem overwhelming at first, but that's why it's important that the customer be made aware of exactly how each promotion works at the point of sale. Now, one way is to give the customer an in-store handout that explains how different promotions work. Check with your manager to see if this is available for your store. It should also be stressed.
Pretty stressed already.
No, I just mean you need to make sure your customer understands that for previously existing balances and non-promotional purchases, finance charges and optional credit insurance premiums are assessed each month and a monthly payment is required. Customers sometimes make an incorrect assumption that once they sign up for a promotion, everything on the card, past and present, qualifies for the promotional benefits. Make sure the customer knows that this is not the case. Okay, Mr. Lewis, let's see how much you remember about each promotion, starting with skip payment.
No payments are due until a promotion expires. Finance charges are assessed and added to the balance.
Very good. Try free period plans.
No finance charges are assessed on qualifying purchases during a promotion. Minimum payments are due each month.
Skip free promotions.
No finance charge during a promotion. No payments due until the promotion expires.
How about a little tougher one? After-the-fact free.
Piece of cake. On some after-the-fact free promotions, there may be no payment due for a specified time. Finance charges accrue and are added to the balance, then waived if the customer pays in full by the specified date. On other after-the-fact free promotions, a minimum payment may be required. In addition, payment of optional insurance is required for some after-the-fact free promotions. Under these promotions, if the customer does not pay the insurance premium monthly, the finance charges will not be waived.
I'm impressed. Last one, deferred billing.
Merchandise purchased under this promotion does not appear on customer's billing statement until a specified time. No finance charges are assessed on any qualifying purchases for the specified number of billing periods. No minimum payment is required, and the purchase does reduce the customer's available line of credit. Well, you know, Mr. Broadhurst, I've had customers ask about some of these promotions even when they're not available in our store. They sure seem interested in ways to finance things, especially the big-ticket items.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. Future sales from your customers depend on you taking the lead in explaining all free period promotions. Tell them how the promotion works before they leave the store. This will minimize the possibility of complaints down the line. If there's a problem, customers may not come back to you to complain, but they will probably call the credit office. Two of the more common complaints are customers surprised by accruing finance charges and the sales associate not fully explaining how the promotion works.
Oh, so what you're saying is successful promotions not only bring new customers to the store, but keep existing customers coming back.
That's right. And speaking of coming back, let's come back to that little math problem we had from the beginning. I know how to prove that you owe more money.
How you gonna do that?
Okay, I want you to add it up. I want you to put down 13 7 times and add it all up.
Okay,
Go ahead.
there you go. 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, there's 6, and there's 7.
Now you claim that if you add all this up, it comes out to what?
28.
Prove it.
Okay, 3, 6, 9.
Wait a minute. Let me add it up.
So wait, if you add it up, it's liable to come out right.
Sure. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Oh, I give up.
Oh, I'm a bad boy. Promotion that'll stand the customers on their heads.
Really? How?
Well, I printed the ads upside down.
Oh, stop that. Will you be serious? Now, look, we need to discuss after-the-fact-free promotions.
I'm all ears.
Let's not drag personal appearances into this.
Hey.
Now, the promotion we're going to use in this scenario is an after-the-fact free plan. This type of promotion is advertised with headlines such as, no payment, no finance charges for 90 days. This means payment will be deferred for 3 months, and there is no minimum payment required on this promotion. In the example we'll use, the customer is electing to purchase credit insurance on the account. Let's look at a sample statement. Now, when the customer receives their statement, it shows that the purchase was made, but that no payment is required. Always advise your customer that a due date will appear on the billing statement, even though no payment may be due. This is a major source of customer service calls, even though the amount due on the statement clearly shows 0.
Unless they've taken advantage of multiple promotions or they're carrying an existing balance.
That's right. That's absolutely correct. Now let's look at finance charges. This type of promotion always includes finance charges that are added to the new balance on the statement each month during the term of the promotion. If the promotional purchase is paid in full by the expiration date of the promotion, the finance charges which have accrued are reversed. This is critical for the customer to know, and it is the source of most customer service calls.
There you go, accruing again.
Understanding accruals is important.
It's a cruel world.
Stop that. Now, on the final billing statement prior to the end of this particular promotion, the customer will again be advised of the total finance charges that have accrued, and also the date the entire promotional purchase must be paid to avoid such charges. If they do not pay the promotional purchase in full prior to the expiration date shown, the finance charges will not be credited and the customer will have to pay them.
Well, what happens if the customer elects to take payment protection insurance?
Well, that's easy. As we see on the sample statement, the customer has elected credit insurance. The credit insurance premiums are billed and due monthly. Remember, however, that this is not always the case. Insurance could be free during the promotion, but the premiums accrue. Under this after-the-fact free, however, the customer must also pay any elected credit insurance in order for the finance charges to be reversed. Please remember that there are different ways that credit insurance works. Check with your manager as to how your store handles credit insurance.
What else can happen here?
Glad you asked. If a customer leaves a partial balance, no matter how small, the interest is computed on the average daily balance for the entire promotional term. This amount can be significant depending on the size of the purchase. Check with your manager as to how your store handles credit insurance.
I got 2 questions for you, Mr. Broadhurst.
Go ahead.
What makes a balloon go up?
Hot air?
What's holding you down?
Oh, I give up. Let's see how a real sales associate handles the situation.
You know, this is something I've been putting off for a long time, but your ad in the paper sounded so good, I didn't think I should wait any longer.
Well, it is a good deal. You know, I'd like to take just a moment to explain exactly how it works and what you can expect to see on your monthly statement.
Okay.
Okay, you have 3 months to pay the promotional purchase price in full. Now, your monthly statement will have a promotional summary on it that will show when you purchased, the finance charges that have accrued, and what the expiration date is. Now, that's the date by which you must pay the promotional purchase price in full in order to have those finance charges be reversed. Your statement also will show that no current payment is due. Now, remember, these terms apply only to today's purchase.
How do I know when to start paying for what I bought today?
Well, just refer to the promotional summary on your billing statement. It will tell you what you bought, when you bought it, and when payment is due in order to avoid having to pay finance charges.
Explain what happens with the finance charges again.
Okay. Finance charges on today's purchase will accrue monthly and will be added to your new balance. Again, this information will be shown in a promotional summary on your billing statement for the duration of the promotion. However, you won't be asked to pay finance charges unless you choose to pay for today's purchase with longer repayment terms. You must pay finance charges unless you pay the promotional purchase price in full by the expiration date.
That's it?
That's it.